Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the channel here on Global Conquerors, our weekly podcast, Conquest. This is episode 59, being recorded on February 2nd, 2025. Your host, SMGFrenzy, joined with...
AssassinADC, as always, or whatever my name would be go. It'll go down so low, I think. Anyways, yeah, back for another one. More topics this time. Good thing. Some big news in the esports world. So yeah, let's get right to it, man.
Yeah, we'll start off on esports and gaming, starting off with some Halo news and I guess this is technically general esports news. ITB, Into the Breach, one of the newest organizations in the realm of esports, has announced that they are ceasing operation immediately. ITB's owner came out and announced that hundreds of thousands of dollars that were owed to players from multiple of their teams never got paid out and were being used for things such as alcohol and parties and private trips and stuff. And he admits to, in fact, partaking in this. Of course, players are now worried about if they will actually be getting their payments. ITB's owners said since they don't have enough operating income to actually even run the org, they'll see what they can pay to players. But of course, he's probably going to be driven out of the industry, and this is just another one of those situations where you still remember that esports is still quite young, especially here in the United States and Europe. So unfortunately, we see these type of team situations pop up every once in a while. A big notable thing was about this a few years ago, back I think towards the end of the CWL, was Midnight, when they were a team that also was like had decent success in COD, except wasn't paying their players, and their ownership was doing very sketchy things with their money. And we just see this happening over and over again in esports, especially in leagues that are easier to enter, like Halo.
Yeah, the only thing that comes to mind similar to that, it would be the mind. What was it? Midnight game or midnight gaming?
Yeah,
Was
Midnight
that what they're
Gaming or
called?
something like that.
Or midnight? Oh yeah. So yeah, they luckily, their team was pretty good. They got them into the league and stuff. But I don't know why they didn't succeed or what happened. But when when players were gonna try to leave, they were forcing insane amount of contracts for them to not leave, preventing them from even. I was hearing that they were holding their contracts out so they wouldn't compete into the CDL era.
Hmm.
Obviously, I don't know exactly what happened, but yeah, most of those players were under an insane contract to and they weren't eligible to get out of it. But obviously, I think because the org didn't have any funds,
Hmm.
they really couldn't. I don't know, hold them. So
Yep.
yeah, but Into the Breach was a lot worse because, well, the owner pretty much, he admitted to doing things unprofessionally with the money,
Yep.
um, profit from it. So yeah, due to it, they don't have money to pay the players that obviously they owe, and I also heard that they still haven't paid out the prize money that some teams won.
Correct. And there was something that some of the HCS staff was saying is that at least particularly for Halo, teams have the options of either letting the players take the money directly from HCS or the teams taking the money and distributing it to the players. So the assumption is, since many of the HCS winnings haven't been paid out to the players, they didn't give the players the option to get the winnings directly. As we assume bigger orgs have some sort of contract where they, of course, sometimes take a cut, but that's obviously negotiated, like in Optic and FaZe and whatnot. But since ITB is a younger org, and we see a lot of times with these younger owners in esports, they don't necessarily know how to do the business aspects of like actually signing contracts in a fishy manner and actually utilizing their funds in the correct manner. So we will see what happens, I guess, with player funds. I feel like a lot of times we don't end up hearing follow-ups of what happens to funds that are just stolen by orgs. And I hope in the situation we do, so that if it happens again, if with another organization, that people know how to go about the process.
Yeah, there goes another org losing. I mean, being removed from the scene due to how'd you call it? not well managed. How would I say well managed or management? I guess you could
Just
say
yeah,
in a
just
way.
bad management overall.
Batman and overall, I mean, that's what I mean. The cause of most of these orgs, going away are
Yeah,
just poor management, not good decision makings.
so
I mean, it
just
sucks.
unfortunate
But
all the way around. But again, esports is so young that this kind of stuff still happens. But hopefully, it gets less prevalent as time goes on. But next, to go on to a bit more happier news, GeoGuessr. This is an esport now, by the way. They've announced their esports World Cup tour for 2025, having 3 majors around the world: one in Texas in the United States, one in Japan, and one in Sweden. And then they will be hosting their world final in August in the location that they will announce at a later date. This is cool. GeoGuessr has had a massive takeoff in the past year, especially due to things like TikTok and YouTube with different creators doing competitions and just showing off their insane skills. So now having a world tour of a crowd of GeoGuessrs from around the world competing, I guess this is fun for this fan base. So I can't say much. I don't
I,
watch it,
I,
but
I mean, I wonder how it's gonna work. I'm just very, very curious on how this thing would will function and how they'll do the. I mean, I would assume the scoring would be just they'll probably give them like 10 random locations. They got to get the closest, accumulate the best score and this and that. I would assume that's how it would be, how it is now. But on land,
I
I mean, I don't.
guess.
I mean, I don't know how land is gonna give them an advantage. I mean, it's not like they're going, you know, FPS on each other. So
Maybe there's like a version of GeoGuessr where like everybody gets the same image location and they have to guess it at a certain speed by a certain accuracy. I don't
what,
watch
like
competitive
Kahoot?
GeoGuessr, so I don't know, but
Like Kahoot?
maybe yeah. The faster you do it and the closer you do it, you get points for that.
It might be that. It might be
Mhm.
just they'll give them like I think they'll give them like 5 to 10 random pictures, and then try to go from there. I think it would be 10 or no, because I think though if some of them are really good, they could go through 10 like within a minute.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the rules are. I don't think they've announced a rule set for it yet.
Mm-hmm.
It just got announced to be there. So I don't know what comp looks like. Haven't even. I don't. I mean, I never bothered even trying to get into that field.
Neither have I. So.
So whatever happens happens.
Hey, it'd be fun all the way around. I guess we'll be covering some GeoGuessr going forward. But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on that front. To move on to an event that just happened, the Call of Duty Toronto Ultra Major in Spain has just concluded, actually, roughly half an hour to an hour before we're recording this. If Angel, if you sit back far enough, both of us are wearing team jerseys that were in COD in the Major this weekend. One of us walked away with a win. The other one, I'm kind of pissed at their performance this weekend. Of course, Optic Gaming kind of underperformed this weekend, and FaZe surprisingly won today's event against a Game 7, Round 11 S&D against 100 Thieves. I mean, the event was, at least from my perspective, I actually watched every day of this event. I think it was fun overall. I think some teams overperformed. Nobody was expecting Heretics to go and place top 3. Nobody was expecting Optic to finish not outside of Saturday.
Eighth.
An
They
8th,
finished
yeah.
eighth.
Falcons could have been good. They played actually some good games, but ended up still going winless. It's a surprising event all the way around, but FaZe now going back to back. The first time they've been back to back in I think 2 years.
Back to back.
Yeah,
You're counting the Esports World Cup as a back to back.
I guess. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess. I mean, yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it was. I mean, obviously the people. I mean, we expected those guys to be in the finals, but obviously, Optic were an option. Um, yeah, Miami had the crowd buff on their side, even though it wasn't their major.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I mean, it was a pretty good event. The time zone was kind of off, like
Bad
really
for
bad.
Angel, great for me.
I couldn't watch the games. I was at work.
uh,
By the time I got to lunch, the event was over. So,
hey, that's what international
yeah.
majors will do. We'll say though, the Spanish crowd absolutely amazing. European crowds in general, they treat it like you're watching like a football match, and that's I love that. The fans, the flags, the banners, the chants. It's fun. And now going back to a North American major, I hope we can bring the hype. We kind of never do, but we'll see.
Yeah, well, we will see. So, yeah, I mean, it was a good event. I mean, I watched a little bit of the final. I really didn't watch much because it's the timing.
Yep.
I was able to watch the finals. It was pretty good. Um, yeah, the first time they played each other was the winners final, and that was good. So it just, I think, FaZe reverse sweep thieves to even get to the final. So
Hmm.
yeah, we kind of expected it to be good. Like I said, Heretics surprised everybody, but the crowd was on their side since it's, you know, they are based out of Spain. Yeah,
Hmm.
or well, Heretics to be exact. Or yeah. So even though it was not their major, it was a crowd bust though. So
Yeah.
and shout out to the Gentlemates fans, man. Y'all really showed love to your team even though y'all finished last. I mean, that's what, esports is or sports and it should be in esports in general.
Yep.
That's how everyone's team should react. Unless your team gets absolutely rocked, then they weren't, trying. But yeah, I feel like, I mean, the way Gentlemates, showed love to their team, even though they didn't make it far. I mean, that's just it's amazing, man. I mean, you could tell the Gentlemates, fans slash organization are very, very fanatics of the esports in general. So
Yep.
it's a good win. I can't wait for Gentlemates are getting awfully obviously after this. I think after this season, they'll fully get the. I don't know what name they're gonna go with, but I know they're gonna have the full name of Gentlemates.
Hmm.
So which yeah, I mean the France. It's a French team, I would assume, right? It's a
They are.
French owned. Yeah, so I mean they showed love to the team even though they didn't make it far. They were there the whole time. They were loud enough, even though their team wasn't in the tournament. They were loud. I mean they
Hmm.
were there before the event. So I mean before they even played. So you know shout out to them, man. They're very good. So that's how esports slash
Just sports.
sports in general should teach their teams. I mean, like I said, besides unless your team is getting rocked and they're not trying, um, yeah. But I mean, I saw the videos of like them walking out of the venue and the fans were just like hyped to see them and they're cheering for them and yeah, I mean that's
Yep.
good. That's love, man. Yeah. And Falcons, everyone's rooting for y'all. We just know that everyone's rooting for them to get a win.
They
And
can
I
get
I
better.
think
They
I
have it.
think I think they will. I mean, they're. It seems like they're still trying to figure out the game. Obviously, I think we talked about this a while, like a couple years back, maybe 2 years ago. We talked about how COD is usually NA slash I guess NA slash I guess Canada. Or can you count? Does it
Canada
count?
is North America, so just North
Okay,
America.
I didn't know. I didn't know if you could count it as NA. North America. Yeah, but obviously those guys, COD is mainly heavy in that area, so it makes sense why they dominate that area. Obviously, I mean the Falcons team just, their team was in the challengers literally a year ago and then got brought up
Hmm.
straight into the big leagues, and obviously they're still adjusting. Obviously, you can see some players are deserving to be there. So
Hmm.
I don't. I think his name is Exited or something like that. But that dude is nice. He's probably the only one who understands the way COD is played. A bunch of pros, a good amount of pros praise him because he's pretty good. I mean, he's probably like they said, he's probably the only one that knows how to correctly play the game.
Hmm.
But I feel like the team will get better. I mean, I know we were talking about the major,
Hmm.
but obviously, you got to show love to the teams that are trying. And I'm not saying like in a bad way, but I know the Falcons are trying because they've already made changes, and but everyone's cheering for them. Obviously, they're like the Vegas previous this team where everyone was rooting for them. But this one, everyone's. I mean, I'm rooting for them every time they play. I don't care who they play. I was hyped that they almost beat FaZe. They took them to Game 5.
Uh huh.
But once Phase 1 against Falcons, FaZe's whole season turned around because they started winning. They won everything after that.
Mhm.
They have yet to lose since they beat the Falcons.
Mhm.
So they beat everybody. They won the minor. They won the major. So yeah, can't wait to see when you know. Hopefully, Optic. I mean, Optic. Holy shit, dude! Yeah, I didn't try. I got rocked, and I can say this because I've watched them play, and they choked. I mean, even if they beat the Ravens, they should have beat Miami too. Either way, but the way they were playing, I mean, even if they beat Miami, I didn't see them winning. They just didn't show me that they were gonna win.
This is an optic where I feel like every year around this time I'm telling you, what is wrong with their S&D? Why can't they play S&D? Why is
Well,
it
they
every
couldn't play hard point.
I know they couldn't play 2 game modes this time, which is worse. And I just this
Look,
should be a team that should be not finishing outside of at least top 3, top 6 worse. Top 8 finish for Optic is unexcusable right now.
I think um people might be right, bro, but who might probably be a problem?
Mhm.
You know, yes, he's playing out of his mind, bro. But the problem is that people have noticed that when he's overheating, he pushes he pushes stuff that he shouldn't. Because when you push stuff, you usually mess up the spawns or you die when you're not supposed to. Yeah, you could be 40 and 18, but if you're making terrible plays,
Mhm.
I mean, everyone's talking about it. I mean, if you go back, I mean, you could. I mean, that's what people have said about Lat. I mean, that's the reason why Optic, you know, 2 years ago choked the game against New York. You remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
even though New York went on to win the champs, right? But Optic were on the verge of mm, winning that game, and because Hoop decided to push up, I mean, I don't know. I can't really say that. They can't really say much about them besides because they were dominating the whole stretch. I mean, they only lost the first game, but I mean, obviously that was a different team at the time. But that was just only one game. So then they've beaten everybody. So I don't know what happened. Hopefully they better not be the team this year where they only are good online. But
so
it
we'll
shouldn't be
see,
like that.
man. We'll see.
So congrats to Atlanta FaZe. I mean, they kind of showed prominence. They were, obviously a juggernaut to win, and then obviously Thieves.
Mhm.
And we saw how close the game was a couple, I mean, different ways. I mean, they went neck and neck. They went literally to the last game and the last round.
Hey,
Yes.
Thieves also promising team this year. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to play like this. If they do actually take a major or minor event, so at least we know that COD this year will be competitive, which is the nice part. We have more than just 3 teams that can actually vie for that first spot. So I'm looking forward to this season.
Yeah, I am
Yep.
too. I mean, we'll see. Can't. I might be going to an event. I might definitely be going to that Texas event.
The DreamHack one, yeah,
Oh
because you get
yeah.
the Halo and COD and everything else is gonna be there.
When is that? In March?
I gotta look at the
I
schedule
think it's
again,
in
but
March. I'm
sometime
pretty
around
sure it's
then.
March, late March, and I might go.
Hmm.
Let's go. Let us go. I don't care if you have to miss a couple days of school. Let's go.
We'll see about that one.
You might miss one day. You might just we'll leave. Let's say we leave. Wait, the event starts Thursday, so we would have to leave Wednesday night. Damn.
We'll see. I'll let you know on that one.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Chances in Canada, so I might go to that
Hmm.
because I do want to go to Canada, and why not?
Will be fun either way. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's the COD Major. We move on to, I guess, some more controversial news. Dr. Disrespect, controversial YouTuber for obvious reasons, has surprisingly gotten his YouTube account remonetized recently. YouTube hasn't stated why. I guess they're just kind of pretending like nothing ever happened and continuing on with Doc since he surprisingly hasn't fallen off. The only thing of his that has fallen off is Midnight Society, his gaming studio. They did announce they would be closing down the studio and, of course, letting go of all the staff and, of course, not finishing the game. Because, for obvious reasons, people don't necessarily want to work for Midnight Society anymore for what happened with Dr. Disrespect in the past 2 years. But Bro's got his money stream back on YouTube, so he will be here for the foreseeable future, which is, again, I find it surprising, but whatever, I guess, at this point.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. Let's see. Midnight Society, right? That's what it's called.
Yes.
I remember when Optic did it midnight. I remember they played this game like a couple years ago,
Hmm.
and the game looked good.
Yeah, it was gonna be super promising. It's like it was supposed to be fun, but now, of course, it will never ever happen.
Did they have a name, or was just was it
I don't remember if the game had a name, but I just know that the Midnight Society was working on a game.
this?
But yeah,
Okay, well, I mean, this game, it was prominent. I heard. I mean, but I don't know.
we won't know, man. We'll never know. But yeah, that's really it on the Doctor Disrespect and Midnight Society news. To continue on to another game that's also ending, DC Multiverse, their game that has to you like play as different DC players against each other in like a big multiversal battle arena, is announcing that its final season will be releasing in May, and then after its final season, the game will now close off online access and now switch to an offline only mode to not have to pay for servers. At least this game is shutting down allowing people to still play it. Obviously, it's not preferable to only have an offline mode because now you can't play with your friends across the world, but you win in some places, you lose in some places, and this is just another game that is going dark this year. So, I'm gonna be real, I didn't hear much about this game during its lifespan up until this announcement that it was closing.
So
So,
I did. I played a bit of it too.
Mhm.
Maybe like 2 games, and that was it.
Oh, gotcha.
It was supposed to be like a Brawlhalla type style slash, mm, um, what's Smash? Smash type of game, and I don't know what happened. I mean, it had promising. I mean, something about DC is they can't do shit right.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do anything right with movies or anything, bro.
I don't know what to tell you,
So
man.
the only thing that's going good for them is the Venom stuff. But that thing, that movie series is over.
Well, hopefully the new Superman will revitalize DC to be a better franchise, but we gotta wait till I
Um,
actually watch the movie.
yeah, I mean, this game, I think it died, and then got revived, and then died again. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, I mean, I didn't really play much about it. I mean, like, play a lot of it. I just know a lot of people that I knew played a lot of it at the time. They tried to convince me. I played 2 games, and I just didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't. If I wanted something, I would rather just play Smash or
Mm-hmm.
Brawlhalla. There's another game similar to that. What game could that? Firefox? No. Wait, what was that one game? There's another game similar to it,
I personally, it's not in my realm, so I wouldn't know.
but it's similar to the Styles game.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it sucked, but I don't know. Something about DC is just, they just don't know what they're doing with stuff, and obviously Marvel is doing an Overwatch style, and look at their success.
Oh, not even because of
And
the style. They were able to take that style and modernize it in a way that works and it's free, and they keep it up to date and listen to community feedback. So it really all depends on the health of your game, its staff, and what their mission is. And at least Marvel Rivals was really lucky to have all three of those. While I guess this DC Multiverse game was lacking potentially on all three of those. So
I don't know. I mean,
it is what it is at this moment.
that's it's switching to offline mode after. So that means you'll be able to play it still, but with I guess
Just at home, basically. Which again, it's nice that you can at least still play the game. But of course, I'm assuming this game mostly thrived off of you playing against other people, so it's
I mean
not
you'll
the
be able to
same.
you'll be able to. I mean, I would assume you would be able to play with against people on the same console, right?
Probably if they have that built in, but
I think they
some
do.
games don't, so I'm not sure.
No, well, I guess.
But yeah, that is that for DC Multiverse. To move over back to League of Legends, League of the Americas North has announced they will now be allowing teams, at least for the current split, to stream scrims. This was brought up after there's a team in one of the EU minor leagues called Los Ratones, which is really popular right now, and they've been streaming basically all their scrims for very, very successful viewership and team growth. And the LTA commissioner was like, you know what? Why not allow our teams to at least try this out, see how it works? So cool that we're seeing like this on-demand action from Riot and North American League to try out new things that wasn't really allowed before and see how it goes. So, props to them on that one.
Yeah, why not? I mean, there's nothing harm to it.
Yeah.
Um,
So,
I mean,
yeah.
there's no harm. I mean, it's probably just better for the viewership on to get more people to come watch the live or the actual, I guess, the actual live games or the games.
I was thinking it's more like to allow teams to have more content that people can tune into. Well, that also works too. But
I mean, I don't
yeah,
know. I just, I didn't. I mean, well, not. I mean, it's not gonna hurt nobody.
yeah, exactly.
So why
So,
not?
yeah, cool stuff all around. And then
Oh, a dagger.
we switch over to Halo Championship Series, which announced its roadmap and also its partner teams for the new year. Sentinels, surprisingly, has decided to leave the HCS, but Shopify, which was a team that was playing in the HCS, has now become partnered, and Team Solo Mid, a team that almost died a year ago, has come back in full resurgence and is the one surprise of actually entering Halo. So it's actually cool to see a big legacy org joined the HCS, which actually spells really good news for Halo going forward. We thought HCS Season 4 might have been a bit on the weaker side because of how hush-hush they were keeping about it, but I guess actually they were keeping hush-hush for a good reason. We also have a full roadmap this early in the year, which is great. We have the season opening starting in on March 1st, which will lead to a qualifier, and to the major in Arlington on April 18th to 20th. Unfortunately, we have two Texas events back to back. We go from another HCS Open starting on April 26th, so a really fast turnaround. And then leading up to DreamHack Dallas, where we're talking about where COD and Halo and CSGO and other events will all be there together on May 23rd to May 25th. So I actually won't even be in the US during this, so Angel, that's all you. I'll be in Japan during this. After that, we have another quick turnaround, HCS Road to Salt Lake, starting from June 7th to June 29th, and then the major being August 1st to August 3rd in Salt Lake City. And then, of course, we have HCS, the fourth one, which is the FaZe major. Location hasn't been announced just yet, but we're assuming it's not going to be in Atlanta this time, because it was in Atlanta last year. Unfortunately. So,
It's
that...
gonna be in LA. I think it's gonna be in LA.
No,
I think it's gonna be in Anaheim.
because I'm looking at this, it's two Texas events, one West Coast event because of Salt Lake, so they have to choose an East Coast city. So it's either going to be like in Miami, Orlando, in Philly, in New York, in Columbus, or in Nashville.
I hope
Or
it's Nashville.
Charlotte. They could choose Charlotte too. But that will start from August 16th to August 31st, and the major will be sometime in September.
Damn it, bro! I hope it's in Atlanta, bro, because I want to go back into that arena and get the
chicken tenders and the fries.
Bro, that's all I ate, bro. I feel like I was getting sick of it, but it was probably like the best thing there.
3 days of eating the best chicken tenders and fries we've ever had, and like unlimited Powerade. Bro, it was the most.
That's some gamer thing ever, bro. You can't tell me otherwise, but yeah.
Hey, it was a great experience. Sure, our stomachs may have not been feeling great after, but in the moment,
Dude, hey, bro, I don't care, bro. I mean, it makes sense if they don't come back here. I mean, there was no crowd throughout the weekend.
yeah, it only
I
got
mean,
like attendance during the last few games, but
I mean, it's just you can't really blame Atlanta. The location wasn't that great.
yeah, that's the
Like
thing.
that's the problem. Anywhere else, like Gas South is a great option. More, I mean, there's more. How to say traffic?
Yeah.
Not traffic.
Another one, actually decent option if they're looking for a smaller arena. Athens did just open a 2,000-seater arena, which is what.
No one wants to go to Athens.
But I'm saying, like, if since they're looking for arenas that size, like there are options like that now around Georgia if they were to do that. Also,
I
the
mean,
Infinite Energy Center where Overwatch held their Atlanta FaZe homestand, or what it was,
what? The what?
Infinite, the Cobb Infinite. It's called Infinite something arena in Cobb County.
Isn't that's not what it's called no more, isn't it?
I have no idea, but Cobb has
Oh,
an
the Gas
arena.
South, right?
No, Gas South is Gwinnett. Cobb has another one that's called like Infinite something, but that arena is also a good size. Overwatch held a LAN there back in 2019 and sold out the full crowd. So there are options that were not this random arena next to the airport that had very expensive hotels and very limited access. But that is that.
Energy Center, right?
There it is. Yeah, the Energy Center.
Oh,
That's a good venue.
dope.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the New York Major.
Yeah, like that's a good venue. And of course, the HCS season will always end in Seattle, the home of Halo, from October 28th, 24th to October 26th, $1 million prize pool.
Will you be here in the U.S. when that comes?
I'll be in the US. I just probably will have a job by then, so we'll see.
No, so you're gonna go, right?
If I have enough money and enough days off from work, maybe. But
What? Come on, bro.
we'll see, man. We will see. But that's the news from Halo. Halo's looking positive. Also, new maps dropping literally on February 4th. We're getting Coliseum from Halo 5. I will be playing this game every single day when I have time now, because that's the only map I care about. All the Halo 5 veterans about to come out of retirement and show the new kids how you play this map, because we've played this map for years.
You got a point, man. I mean, I'm not doubting you. I'm not saying anything about it.
I'm excited. Halo has a new quote-unquote new weapon. The fuel rod cannon that's been present in almost every Halo has somewhat made a return. They basically took the rocket launcher, put some like Covenant stuff on it, put the green energy fix and said, new weapon. Yes.
Are we doing Bandit Search again this year?
I think so, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm tired of the gun.
Hey, man. Gotta keep the skill gap.
We're going into year 3 with it?
I think it's year 2.
No, it's 3.
Is it 3?
FaZe won the World Championship Quadrant, and then now, or not Quadrant, Space Station. It has to be, right?
I thought it was 2, but it might be 3.
Let me look up FaZe World Champion. No, yeah, FaZe. Oh no, let me go to YouTube. You can keep going. I'll tell you. Oh, the FaZe versus Optic, right?
I believe
HCS.
so.
HCS final. Pretty sure it was Bandits. No. World Championship, right?
No, because the Bandit's only been out for a year. This is year 2.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's literally impossible. It's only been here for a year.
Bro. We have to endure 2 years of this this gun.
Hey, they can switch mid-season and say back to BR, so it's not impossible. They're not going to, but yeah. Halo, for the most part, looking pretty positive. I'm excited for this.
It took how long? 5 years?
4. We're in year 4.
Oh yeah,
but
5 years still. I'm saying 5 because the game came out.
It should have come out a year before, but hey, we get there eventually. But I'm excited. I'm excited for what's going on for the future of Halo now. At least competitive wise, I'm excited.
I guess. I guess. I mean, I'm not saying anything, but I don't know. Coliseum. I hope it's good.
Yeah.
That means I gotta play some Halo so I can get back into the groove of things. I've been playing FIFA and COD.
Nice.
And I shouldn't be playing FIFA. I'm tired of that garbage ass game.
Uh-huh.
I've been trying to play damn COD rank because the new season just came out.
I just personally haven't been gaming at all. Only game I played recently is Minecraft of Angels, so that's really it. And Roblox at one time.
You just leaked the goddamn Minecraft shit.
I didn't say what we were playing specifically or why. We could have just been playing casually. So you leaked it. Anyways, that's it for the esports and gaming side. On to the general news.
I just got dunked on because he just threw a curveball at me, and I kind of just, you motherfucker.
Back to the general news.
IShowSpeed dies.
Yeah, we'll start with that one. IShowSpeed got murdered at WWE. He got
Royal Rumble.
the Royal Rumble. He met all of the legends, all of the current legends, I should say, like Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and whatnot. Then bro got thrown into the arena, had 2 KOs, and then got absolutely speared, thrown out, and then thrown again. Bro had some of his leg like shaved off, like. Bro got hurt and said he's never doing this again. Meanwhile, John Cena at his very final event does not. Everybody thought he's gonna win. He's nope. False hope. Bro does not win. A lot of people he thought were gonna win did not win. Seth Rollins also didn't win. Bro also got speared by the same man that speared Speed. It was an event to watch though.
Dude, dude, you understand, bro? I've been watching John Cena for so long, bro. He'll still always be my favorite wrestler. God damn. I was like, he's not going to win it off rip, right? I mean, he hasn't wrestled in forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when I saw he was in the final 2, I'm like, there's no fucking way they're about to pull the trigger this early, right?
Yep.
I was like, he can't win it. There's no way. I mean, he just got back to wrestling after 2 years. So.
Hey, man. The storylines.
Dude, I almost fucking cried. Like, pardon my English, dude, but I almost cried. And I was at a party, dude. I literally almost cried. I was like, damn. I literally watched my legend, my GOAT, literally accomplish the last thing in his career, and he didn't. So fuck.
Man, that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah, but obviously,
bro still had an amazing career.
He's still wrestling, Bakhtar. He's not dead.
I know.
Still got a whole 10 months.
Yep. I was like, he still has had an amazing career regardless.
Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, it was an event to watch. But a lot of people definitely tuned in because why the freak was Speed there and then bro gets murdered.
That was there too.
Yeah, true. Reliving when he also got murdered.
That got.
Oh no, he didn't get murdered. It was KSI got murdered.
KSI.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah, WWE's been fun so far. It's only January, early February now, but fun stuff on that end. But to the big news, which is not really big this week, it'll be big next week. Super Bowl starting next Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Kansas City Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles. All of America right now is rooting for the Eagles right now because we do not need the Chiefs.
Nobody. I am not rooting for nobody. I hope they both lose and they both or tie.
But
I don't want any of them to win.
But if you really had to root, you gotta root for the Eagles.
No, I would root for the goddamn cameras, the revs.
All right.
No one wants to watch this.
This is true. This is the Super Bowl that nobody asked for.
Dude, I was hoping for the Bills in Detroit. Well, no, he did not get that. Hell no.
Nobody asked for this, but at least as somebody from Georgia, where a lot of Bulldogs are on the Eagles, gotta root for the Eagles. We don't need the...
See, that's why I don't root for them.
Damn it, man.
I'm just joking. I told myself I was gonna watch it, but obviously I'm gonna watch it. It's like yeah, I'm rooting for no fucking body. I hope they both lose some way. But I think if we're being realistic, yeah, I have the Eagles. I hate the Chiefs. Not because they're good at winning games, it's just the fans. You know, it's starting to. You see the memo. It's starting to fit in with the Georgia Bulldogs. You know. Well, the reason why people don't like Kansas is because the way Kansas wins a bunch of their games seem hella rigged, and
I know.
You can't tell me it's not.
Well, there's a chance that they also just straight up might be raid because you got the Taylor Swift and Patrick Mahomes star power, you know? Because you draw in extra viewers who will watch just for those two.
I guess.
So, and watch them like announce their engagement or something there. If they win.
I hope not.
Viewership through the roof. Super Bowl, NFL viewership for next year secured.
Well, that's just. Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know, man. We will see. But Super Bowl next Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. But besides that, there's actually one thing that I did want to add on for I guess general news. The Weeknd dropped a new album. Hurry up tomorrow. I think this is his last album under his name, The Weeknd. He's going back to like Abel after this for this one. But I listened to the whole thing. This album, pretty fire.
Use. I was not expecting you to say. Oh wait, he also did. I think he reached. I think he's the only. Well, I don't think any other artist, but I think he has 25 songs on with a billion. What is it called? What did you call it? Oh,
Like something
listens
streams.
or
Yeah.
oh yeah, a billion streams on 25 songs.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I mean, The Weeknd has always been great.
Yep. And this album, you have to listen from start to finish because each song segues perfectly into the next one.
I have not listened to it.
It's great, dude. It starts off
I have
with
not
bangers
listened
and
to The
it just keeps going.
I have not listened to The Weeknd since. I'll tell you what album exactly,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll be surprised how long ago that was. There's only a couple songs that I've listened to, but the last like album and songs I've listened to.
Mm-hmm.
Your phone stopped tripping. Anyways, yeah. So it's good, huh?
I say it's this is usually for like artist albums. There's obviously like 3 or 4 songs. I'm like, this is great. The rest I could do without. This is the one time I'm like, 80% of the songs are great, and like you can't skip the songs that come after because they just flow into each other.
Our Boy.
That was the last one.
That's the last album.
Wow.
And obviously, a couple other songs that came out that he's released that I've listened to, but
That was the last
like,
album you listened to.
But like all the way through, yeah.
Hmm.
And then, damn, all his top songs are on, Blinded Light.
Yep.
Obviously, the song Starboy, Die for You.
Yep.
Obviously, those songs. Yeah, I kind of knew The Weeknd was gonna be good because he made a song with The Future.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Low Life, and that song. Yeah, I mean, I guess I gotta give it a listen.
You should, man, all the way through. But
I guess so.
that's all I've got for general news. If you've got anything you want to add or not.
Nope,
No?
I do not.
Well, if that's the case, feel free to close us out.
World Cup in next year.
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting close. Which means once Super Bowl season is over, we got the MLS coming back next month.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, but yeah, yeah, a lot of stuff we talked about today. A lot of good esports stuff. So it's good we had a good amount of stuff to talk about this week. But yeah, but like I said, thank you guys for watching as always. Thank you for the love and support on the videos. Yeah. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you know when we upload. Yeah, comment down below. I mean, what you like, what you want to, anything that's on your mind, throw it out there. Yeah. Follow our socials down below as always. Follow us on Twitch. We're gonna try to stream more out again. Trying to get back into the groove of things. So yeah. Yeah, be on the lookout for some new videos. The month of January was a little bit dry, but hopefully we could get everything rolling again. And yeah, I got nothing much to say, but besides, see you guys in the next one. Peace.